Hello and welcome to another video. It's just before 6 o'clock on the morning of the 2nd of March. This is Saijo Station. As you can see, it's been snowing and this is the first train of the day. I'm heading somewhere a little bit unique today. More details later, I think. It's going to be quite a long journey and it's going to involve several changes of trains and, well, I hope you come along with me for it. So, this is Itozaki, the first station where I need to change trains. As you can see, it's just getting light and it looks like it's going to be quite a nice day. I have plenty of time today, so I've let this train go and I'm going to catch the next one. Towards the end of last year, I made a video about this station, Itozaki. Basically, it's sort of an intermediate terminus on the Sanyo line. It's the boundary between two branches of JR West, and as such, trains from both Hiroshima and Okayama terminate here. Just after leaving Itozaki, heading towards Onomichi, the train runs right alongside the Seto Inland Sea. It's always nice to see the view in the early morning like this. Alright, so it's now about an hour and a half later and I've arrived in Okayama. This is really a much more major railway junction than even Hiroshima. I wish I could spend longer, much longer, here, but I need to get my next train, which is the train to Aioi. So let's go and find it. I have a feeling it might be busy. Okay, so here we are in Aioi. I have to say, the hour journey from Okayama to Aioi always seems to drag a little bit. I could have taken the Shinkansen from Okayama. As you can see, the Shinkansen platform is up to the right of the normal station. It would only have taken 20 minutes from Okayama, but the ticket I have today is called a Seishun 18 Kippu. It's a ticket which allows unlimited travel on JR, but only on local trains. So unfortunately, no Shinkansen for me today. Anyway, the next train is just a short hop to Himeji. It's only about 20 odd minutes. And here we are in Himeji. Himeji, of course, is famous for its castle. Unfortunately, I don't have time to visit today, but it really is quite a beautiful place. I suppose it might be nice to visit again next month, when the cherry blossom will be out. But today, well, today is a train day, let's say. From Himeji, there's a really good service to Kobe, Osaka, and then on towards Kyoto. I'm going to be catching a train towards Osaka, but unfortunately today I'm not going as far as Osaka. I'm actually going to Kakogawa, which is just 10 minutes away by special rapid train. So let's teleport there right now. Alright, here we are at Kakogawa station. From here I need to take the Kakogawa line, which is a branch line off the main Sanyo line. It's on a side platform on the station, so let's head there right now. And here is the Kakogawa line train. It's only a single carriage train, which is really quite surprising. Okay, so I've been on the Kakogawa line train for just over an hour now, and the next stop is my stop. And here it is. The platform is just coming into view now. As you can see, it's a pretty simple station. There's only one platform and there's nothing much in terms of facilities. I'll tell you where we are and why I decided to come here today once I'm off the train. So, this is Nihon Heso Koen Station. In Japanese, Heso really means belly button, but it's very often used to mean the centre of something. And this station and the park that it adjoins is the very centre of Japan. It lies at the intersection of 135 degrees east longitude and 35 degrees north latitude. There are actually two centres of Japan just here. There's the Taisho Centre, which was measured by triangulation in 1912, and then there's the Heisei Centre, which was measured by GPS in 1990. The Heisei Centre, the newer centre, is marked by a monument of 4 pillars with a height of 25 metres, apparently. That sounds fairly interesting, so I'm going to head there first. This looks to me very much like the old Japanese national railways, in other words, pre-privatisation signboard for the station. It's nice it still survives in a way. And this is the outside of the station. On the wall there's the name of the station and a very stylised map of Japan. I'm not sure what that white blob under Honshu is though. Anyway, let's head into the park and find the monument. If there are 4 25-metre high pillars, it shouldn't be difficult to find. There's a pretty nice latitude-longitude manhole here. And moving into the park itself, there's this sort of domed globe map sort of thing. It seems realistic enough, but I'm not quite sure how to scale it really is. Still, it's not likely that anyone is going to be using it for navigation, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we've got 4 big posts to look for. This place we're coming up to is called Teradome. Apparently it's some sort of earth science museum. I think it's a planetarium. I have to say, it sort of reminds me of an owl. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway. Yeah, certainly walking around the side, it looks like a planetarium. Forgive me, Nishiwaki City, if I'm wrong on this matter. Anyway, I've seen a signpost for the Nihon Heso Monument, and here it is. Those are the 4 pillars of 25 meters I was talking about. I'm going to stick my neck out here and say that at first sight it looks underwhelming. But nevertheless, I've come, so I'm going to climb all the way up to the top of the slope. I wonder if I'm missing something here. I couldn't see any other way up to the top of the slope, but it seems strange really that the only path is so narrow and, in a way, quite steep. I suppose if you want to get to the very centre of Japan, you have to earn it. Now I'm about halfway up the slope. There's a better view of the four pillars, and I have to say, sorry, still a little bit underwhelming. Anyway, I've come this far, so I may as well go all the way up to the top. I'm just glad I didn't choose to do this in summer. Oh my goodness, proper steps now, and a fairly long flight of them. And at the top of that flight, another flight. I have to say, I'm sort of regretting climbing up here. Well, here I am finally at the top, and unless I'm missing something, this really is it. I can't even see any obvious way to get to the centre of the four pillars. It's a bit of a disappointment. Alright, so that was the Heisei centre of Japan. A bit of a letdown, I have to say. I'm going to go and see if I can find the older centre now. It turns out that the Taisho centre of Japan is on the other side of the railway line. So there's this little tunnel that takes you underneath the railway. It's called the Furiai Tunnel. Furiai means sort of coming into contact with each other, something like that, and given the size of that tunnel, I can see, in a way, why they decided to call it that. Anyway, this is the approach to the Taisho centre of Japan. That line of trees on the left certainly makes it feel more stately and more appropriate for the centre of Japan, I'd say. I have to say, it doesn't really seem that there's much made of either of the centres of Japan, really. But if I had to choose one or the other, I would certainly choose this one. It's a solemn stone obelisk with, of course, an inscription. This, to me, is what a monument marking the very centre of a country should be like. Back on the other side of the railway, there's a road sign marking where the obelisk is situated. Even then, though, there's not a brilliant view. Anyway, my train is going to be here very soon, so I should finish this video here, I think. Please leave a comment if you've ever paid a visit to this park yourself. What did you think? Personally, I'm glad I came, but I think once will be enough. Anyway, thank you as ever for watching. I hope you enjoyed this journey to the centre of Japan with me, and I hope to see you again in another video very soon. For now though, goodbye.